It's time now for the Pure Channel Evening News on this Sunday evening, October 2nd, 2016. Good evening, everybody, on Peter Wiggins right at your 6:35 p.m. evening news headlines on this Sunday evening, and the top story is Donald Trump had a huge operating losses carried forward from early years, then approached $1 billion by 1995. Shot in North Carolina, Hillary Clinton told a black congregation here Sunday morning that her own grandchildren would never feel that any fear that many African American children do not because they are white and privileged. We'll go to Colombia. Colombia's peace deal with the leftist rebels were on the verge of collapsing an international referendum on Sunday with those opposing the deal, but led by a razor thin margin with almost by Poland station reporting results. Monique Morgan, the mother of Colonel Snell Jr., is covered by a name as a makeshift memorial for son as her son was shot and killed by LAPD after a brief car chase that ended near the intersection of West Street and Western Avenue. Theresa May has delivered her first speech for the Conservative Party conference since becoming the UK Prime Minister. It centered largely on how Brexit would work and what leaving the European Union would mean for the country. U.S. captures Ryder Cup end in Europe Strait in Chaska, Minnesota. Russia warned the United States about taking direct action against the Syrian regime, saying it would cause negative consequences across the Middle East. Russia's state-run Sputnik News agency reported Saturday. Hungary PM Viktor Orban has declared a victory in the referendum on mandatory EU migrant quotas about a low turnout that would appear to be rendered invalid. Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte apologized to the Jews worldwide Sunday after his remarks strong comparisons between his bloody anti-drug war and Adolf Hitler and the Holocaust sparked shock and outrage. Thousands of people were arrested death Sunday in the summit after police fired tear gas and rubber bullets to dispense and air anti-government protests grew out of the massive religious festival, witnesses said. Jerusalem, the Israeli government will prevent Palestinians from crossing into Israel from the West Bank and the Gaza during the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah. New Delhi, India, the third largest emitter of the greenhouse gas by a landmark climate against Sunday. Bogota, Colombia. Colombia is headed to the polls Sunday despite heavy rain from Hurricane Matthew to vote on a referendum on a peace agreement between the government and the rebels. Warsaw, Poland. Women in Poland plan on warning strikes Monday to protest the nation's plan to totally ban abortions. Aleppo, Syria. Civilians in the rebel portions of Aleppo are enduring 11 islands and hospitals that have been all but obliterated, the United Nations warned. Budapest, Hungary. Hungarians apparently overwhelmingly rejected the referendum to approve the European Union quotas for relocated migrants, but results likely because of low turnout. Madrid, at least 9 people were injured after a suspected gas leak that caused an explosion Saturday night at a cafeteria in southern Spain. Blockbuster recovered from New Jersey Transit wreck recorded no information. Washington, Bernie Sanders says audio from a closed door Hillary Clinton's fundraiser shows the true larger degree, even though Clinton dismissed some of the Sanders policy positions as false promises. Waving banners and hurling obscenities. White Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter protests based on anger as Saturday from the anti-defense league Southwest in office. Supreme Court and hold the pattern awaiting 9th Justice. Washington, the Supreme Court begins a new term Monday, shortly handed in with its future hinged on the outcome of the November 8th presidential election. Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. The U.S. is moving in the place on Guantanamo Naval Base ahead of the Hurricane Matthew, expected to bring 150 mile per hour winds to Jamaica and Cuba. In Foxborough, Massachusetts state troopers struck by a motorcyclist fall on Sunday afternoon's Patriots game suffered potential serious injuries, police said. The trooper was working at a traffic detail in the parking lot along Route 1 near Gillette Stadium when he was hit by a motorcycle about 4:25 p.m. Sunday. A state police release said the trooper was conscious while being transported to the Boston Medical Center. The motorcyclist also injured and transported to the BFH taken to its medical center. Officials said although the severity of his injuries is not known, the man expected to face charges and will be released into state custody, police said. The cause of the accident is still under investigation. Boston, a couple from Georgia facing a connection in charges with a scheme to provide Framingham, Massachusetts-based Staples Incorporated for more than $1.4 million. Massachusetts U.S. Attorney Commissioner says 46-year-old John Douglas is charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud and mail fraud to his wife. 41-year-old Ellen Douglas is charged with conspiracy to ship stolen goods in the United States Commerce. It is clear whether they will have lawyers. And investigators say that Douglas is a conspirator created more than 1,100 Staples billboards that accounts often using fictitious information. Douglas used a computer script to query Staples' website seeing unclaimed customer loyalty records from purchasing and make. Deutsche Bank AG talks with the U.S. Justice Department and settled high-profile set on mortgage securities cases that continue with no deal. Yet presented as senior decision-makers for approval on neither side, according to the People. Tesla Motors said deliveries of electric vehicles more than doubled the best ever, 24,500 in the third quarter. A bright spot after a rocky 3 months for the company. U.S. drug makers are playing down the bill instead of heaping the blame on middlemen who help determine our medicines at price. Passports closer to acquired. Cables incorporated in a deal that will enact two of America's largest outdoor sports equipment retailers, according to people familiar with the matter. India has formally joined the Paris Climate Change Agreement and handed over the country's official ratification documents to the United Nations on Sunday. Humans haven't visited the moon since the 1970s, and research surgeon and public support for Ben Mars' mission may have not been enough to motivate exposed to leave the further the Europe and colonize Red Planet. According to a new study released by NASA scientists Xenon and Krypton isotopes detected on Mars by the Curiosity rover could help scientists track changes in the planet's atmosphere over time. Hydropower has always been tied to a clean source of generating electricity despite the fact that it is displaced thousands of people in the natural boats destroyed their lives and lava that submerges huge amounts of land and forest. Men who may expose the Zigfast should wait at least 6 months before trying to see each other's partner. It's flu shot season again, but President Biden about when is the best time to get a shot to maximize its effectiveness. 2016 Run Cure raised at $759 at Ottawa. Washington, while Donald Trump warned in the Wiggins election about border education loss, U.S. Senator Cory Booker said calling fraud at the ballot box is a serious problem where it's a patent lie. Washington, Americans have made their way into the state election system in a few cases, but the federal government has found any manipulation so far. Border Information and Homeland Security Secretary said Saturday. Our Texas newspaper suggested Hillary Clinton and Corpus Christi College Times destroyed the media and created a myth about Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are equals, but that Clinton is the lesser of two evils. Up to an end wait 24 hours before deliverance device came in an envelope delivered in the New York Times containing portions that Donald Trump's sex returns, which he said been refused to release. Republican President nominated on the top six stage Maryland granted 1,000 inside suburban collection soap base in Novi, Michigan. Peter Chill News Time. It's 6:42 on this Sunday evening, and it's time now for sports report. For the first time since November 28, 1993, the New England Patriots were shut out at home for the first time as the Patriots fall to the Buffalo Bills 16-0, and the Boston Red Sox wrap up the regular season with a 2-1 loss to the Toronto Blue Jays, which means that the Sox will be taking on the Cleveland Indians. And more NFL scores coming up on this NFL scoreboard coming up at 7 o'clock, and all have complete sports scores coming up on the Sunday night sports wrap at 10 o'clock. Chaska, Minnesota, Watson calls whether win the experience, best experience call for Bubba Watson. Rex Ryan said to the news company saying on LA, proceeded with about Clemens and tells reporters the Bills expect to beat the Patriots. And Red Sox put all stops on Big Papa's big day. Peter Joe News Time is X43 on this Sunday evening. It's time now for traffic and transit report. Baby! Let's start on the MBTA where it's still announced by experts in minor lanes due to traffic. Commuter rail. Looking good, except on rapid train 2109, 5:30 p.m. outbound is overhead, 10-20 minutes beyond, scheduled between Beverly Farms and Rockwood due to down 300 traffic. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Alright, Howard's and Bubba's of New England on this Sunday evening. 95 of the southbound side is backed up from Bridgeport down to Sanford. Merritt Parkway, southbound side, is slow around Route 8 in Bridgeport and back to begin around Norwalk. 84 westbound side back on the Waterbury, Connecticut. 91 on the northbound side, slow before 84 Harvard, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side, slow. Just around 84 Harvard, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side, it is back to Chickmany, then 57 in Agawam. Bounce back eastbound side back to the Palmer to Charlton. Bounce back westbound back to Auburn at IE4 Sturbridge. 495 on the southbound side, Little from Route 1 and Renton Plainville stretch. 95 on the northbound side, slow around 128 out in Kenton. 128 both ends is back. Slow southbound side is backed up from 128 Kenton. And 95 in Kenton all the way at the Braintree split. Bounce back eastbound side back in the Newton corner. Main turnback on both ends is back around 202 out in Gray, Maine. And 89, 91 on the southbound side of Little after the Canadian border up in Vermont. 89, the northbound side of the Little around the Canadian border around Vermont. And Automobile 59, the northbound side back around 202 headed towards Montreal. Peter Chandler's time is now 6:44 on this Sunday evening. It's time now for Weather Report, the latest on Matthew as of 5 o'clock. It's a Category 4 storm with 145 miles per hour. Winds, zero location, 14.6 to the north, 74.8 to the west. Mountain to the northwest at 5 miles an hour. Latest public advisory shows powerful Matthew maintained category 4 intensity and hurricane warning effect for Jamaica, Haiti, and Cuban provinces of Guantanamo, Santiago de Cuba, Hogan, Grandma, and Las Tunas. Hurricane watch to the effect for Cuban province of Camagüey, 7 eastern Bahamas, including the Antigua, Magana, Eklund, Crooked Island, Nankai, and Magan Island, Turks and Caicos. At tropical warning is effect for Dominican Republic from Bahona westward to the border with Haiti. Tropical warning effect for Dominican Republic from Puerto Plata westward to the border with Haiti and interest elsewhere. And Hispaniola and the Bahamas should monitor the progress of Matthew. Hurricane warning means that hurricane conditions are expected somewhere within the morning area, and a warning is simply issued 36 hours before anticipated first occurrence of the tropical storm force winds. Conditions that make outside preparation difficult are dangerous preparations to protect life and property should be rushed to completion. A hurricane watch, that means hurricane conditions are possible within the watch area, and a watch is typically issued 40 hours before. The anticipated first occurrence of tropical storm force winds conditions make outside preparation difficult and dangerous. A tropical warning means that tropical conditions are expected somewhere within one area within 36 hours. A tropical watch means that tropical conditions are possible with a watch area generally within 48 hours. And for some information, specific air, please monitor the products by your National Meteorological Service. At 5 p.m., the center of Hurricane Matthew was located in latitude 14.6 to the north, longitude 4.8 to the west. Matthew is moving toward the northwestern 5 miles an hour, turning toward the north expected 9 on the forecast track. That center of Matthew will approach southwestern Haiti and Jamaica on Monday. Maximum winds out near 145 miles per hour. Guess Matthew is a category 4 storm. Hurricane on the Stafford Sister Hurricane wind scale. Some fluctuations in intensity are possible during the next couple of days, and Matthew is expected to be a powerful hurricane on Tuesday. Hurricane force winds up to 35 miles from the center. Talks to the force winds at hours of 2 and 5 miles. NOAA data buoy 42058 in Central Caribbean recently reported wind gusts at 70 miles at 112 kilometers an hour. Estimated central pressure 9.5 millibars of 27.91 inches. Wind hurricane conditions are expected to reach Jamaica, Haiti on Monday and eastern Cuba on Monday night. Tropical conditions are expected to first reach Jamaica, Haiti on tonight and eastern Cuba early Monday, making outside preparation difficult and dangerous. Preparation to protect life and the property should be rest completion and tropical conditions are expected along the southern coast of the Dominican Republic in one area by the night, and hurricane conditions are possible in the hurricane watch area by late Tuesday with the tropical conditions that possible by early Tuesday. The tropical conditions are also possible in the tropical storm watch area in the Dominican Republic by late Monday. Matthew is expected to produce total rain accumulation of 1525 inches up 780 in the southwestern portion of the Dominican Republic with a possible isolated amounts of 40 inches across eastern Cuba and western Haiti. Total rain accumulations of 8 to 12 inches are expected with a possible isolated maximum amounts of 20 inches and across eastern Jamaica. Total rainfall 5 to 10 inches expected with isolated maximum amounts of 15 inches possible. This rainfall will likely produce some light fretted and flash floods and mudslides. Matthew is expected to produce total rain accumulation of 8 to 12 inches over the southeastern Bahamas with isolated maximum amounts of 15 inches, and Matthew is expected to produce total rain accumulation of 2 to 5 inches with isolated maximum amounts of 8 inches over the Turks and Caicos Islands. And lower amounts are expected with across the northeastern sector of Haiti and Dominican Republic with amounts ranging from 1 to 3 inches, isolated amounts of 5 inches, and rain amounts of 1 to 2 inches are expected over west Jamaica. Additional rainfall 1 to 2 inches is expected over northern Columbia for Sunday. Storm surge, a combination of dangerous storm surge and large and destructive waves could reduce water levels by as much as that fallen amounts to the north above normal heights, 10 levels. Southern coast of the Caribbean east of Cabo Cruz, 7 to 11 feet. South coast Haiti, 7 to 10 feet. Northern coast of Caribbean east of Camagüey, 4 to 6 feet. Jamaica, 3 to 5 feet. Gulf of Canaveral, Haiti, 3 to 5 feet. Southern coast of the Dominican Republic, 1 to 3 feet. And surge-related flooding depends on the relative time in the surge and tidal cyclone vary greatly over short distance and large waves journeyed by Matthew will cause water to rise and occur well in the event of the well on the way from them and attract to the center. And swell journeying by Matthew will continue to affect portions of the coast of Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, Jamaica, Aruba, Bonaire, Caracal, Venezuela, Colombia, and eastern Cuba, and the Caribbean and coastline of Central America during the next few days, and the swells are likely to cause light threatening and serpent with current conditions, and please get to the products from your local web office. Alright! Looking at the forecast models, the GFS model shows Matthew closing close to the Carolina coast and out to sea, as other models, earlier models of the GFS, have it close to New England, and the European model will have it also out to sea, and some models take it out to New England, and some models go out, most models out to sea. But no panic, New Englanders, it's 7-8 days away, and we will keep you posted on what Matthew will do. Don't panic, we will keep you posted. Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For tonight, Petrobras after 1 a.m. a west gust about 48 degrees, calm wind. Monday, sky showers with thunderstorms possible after 5 p.m. Petrobras up before 10 a.m. west. Most gusts go at 68 degrees, calm wind becoming north around 5 miles in the afternoon, just based to 30%. New rainfall amounts less than 7 inches possible, and amounts possible thunderstorms. So Monday night, chance of showers and thunderstorms before 8 p.m. and a slight chance of showers between 8 p.m. and 1 a.m. Patchback up to 2 a.m. west. Most gusts go to about 5,100 degrees and north at about 5 miles an hour, just based on 30%. New percent less than 7 inches, amounts possible thunderstorms for Tuesday, Patchback for 8 a.m. west. Putney, Sunday, podcast about 60 degrees, about 46 degrees. Northeast at about 3 to 7 miles an hour for Wednesday. Mostly sunny podcast about 64, about 47 degrees. Thursday, mostly sunny podcast about 16, about 48 degrees. Friday, mostly sunny podcast about 69, about 52 degrees. And Saturday, check the showers, partly sunny, the most gusts about 68, about 54 degrees. Chance patient 30%. And for Sunday, check the showers, partly sunny skies about 64 degrees. Chance patient 30%. Currently and not near, the temperature is overcast and 57 humidity, 99%. That is going to be it for the Peter channel. Evening news on this Sunday, October 2nd, turn on 69 on Sunday evening. Beauty of a good evening, a good prize, and I'll see you at 11 o'clock for a late night reward. I hope you have a good evening.